coming up during this time frame up until the total solar eclipse. The way that a great metaphor for thinking about or understanding how astronomy works, astrology works for us. Just like the moon has an influence on our weather, on our oceans, all of the celestial bodies in our galaxy have an effect on us. And right now, there are two galaxies colliding, 7 billion-year-old galaxies, the way that the energy is meshing. Let me say all of that another way. There is so much energy that's in space that affects what happens on land and happens all around you. The energy is held in trust or in space. So you and all of our heritage, all of our DNA received energy from the cosmos, from the sun, right? We know when you're missing the sun, you're missing vitamin D. We now have registered that, but there's so much more that you get from the sun than just vitamin D. We know that you get so much energy from the moon as well. And wow, two galaxies, 7 billion years old, colliding together. The effect of that is the possibility that you have senses within yourself that open up and allow you to see, feel, taste, touch, feel the pressure of, communicate with higher intelligence that's always been around you. When we got Carillion photography, right? That's the camera that can look at your arm and see the energy around it, or can look at a leaf that was broken from a tree and see on the tree the presence of the leaf, can see on the leaf the presence of the tree, right? Carillion photography, subtle energy photographies, the different types. We could then see all of these energies, all of these hues that were always around us. And so until December 17th, December 14th, we have this possibility of really waking up our senses to the next level of possibility. What do you have to do in order to receive the magic, the miracle, the frequency of that? One, you've got to be willing to let go of what no longer serves. If you have had an intuitive hit that you need to be by yourself or only working with a select number of people, or that you are not meant to go down that street anymore, or you have to let go of friendships, this is so important. Give yourself the time until December 14th. Just put every person, place, thing, anything you might call a noun, right? Anything that's solid and dense, anything that you would call a noun, on hold until December 14th. If you don't get a strong, yes, I must work on this, yes, let me move in that direction from your heart, if you do not get that with a person, a place, a thing, put off the decision making until after December 14th and hermit, right? Close yourself off to more energy coming in. So you have to let go is the first step. The second step is hermiting, right? Being in your body, being in your home, being in the groups and the organizations that you've said yes to 100%. The chakras of the world are pools of energy that work. Again, the ones that have been keeping oral stories, the ones that have been keeping written stories. So traditional Chinese medicine, the Greek philosophers, the Egyptians, the Incas and the Mayans, the temple walls, all of them, and biblical references, the Hebrew Bible, the Torah, all of the different references that have been keeping records and keeping stories, have been keeping them for a reason, so that we could stand on their shoulders. And those that are finally revealing the secrets are saying this is a very important time. And there are particular locations on earth that are very sacred. And so the solar eclipse, going through this very sacred place on earth, a total eclipse, it's an opening of that energy that's been held in trust. Sometimes I'll describe it as a safety deposit box, right? Or a vault that all the dials have been turned. The cosmic dials are turned to receive that energy. It's so beautiful that energy, so you let go of what you're supposed to let go of. Your heart told you what to let go of already. You then hermit yourself and you're there and you start feeling relaxed in your belly. You start feeling what you truly want to create, what you intend to create. And you let that creative energy that you feel in your belly, you begin to find images and you begin to find things that cause you emotion, energy and motion around it. And so that this energy and motion will allow us, all of us, will allow you to generate and create it, will allow all of us to be able to co-create energetically together what we're meant to bring forward. And in every organism, there is a period that we chrysalis, we cocoon, we isolate ourselves. And for humanity, that time frame is right around now until December 14th, when the regions of the earth that have long been described as the second chakras or the creative vortexes. You go to this area, there's sacred places that identified by our elders, identified in these books. You can feel it when you're there. It's so, so beautiful. Jessica Jane, anything you want to add to that, my love?
I'm excited.
That's
it.
But you're so excited. And so it's such a beautiful time to that region, that entire area that's getting it, Patagonia, the forests breathe, the rivers, the waters there have all of this intelligence. And then that you've got the visual images that come forward, and then you start taking your heart-guided actions. And for some people, that heart-guided action is going to be working with people they know they're meant to work with. For others, it will be to move across the country or the globe. For others, it will be truly to start using the higher senses that are being initiated and activated to realize what you've put in your vision spectrum. So let me say all of that another way, because it's so juicy, it's so yummy, it's so good to share this part. So when you catch the images and you cut them out and you place them on a board, we can call that a vision board. Then the energy of the future, which is available because the combination lock has opened itself to make itself available for you. The energies of the universe that have been held in trust, that have been talked about by the Mayans, the Incans, all of the philosophers. All of that energy now links up with you for you to be able to realize it in the quickest form. and you have to take action on it. So that action might be calling a person, going to a place, might be creating a thing, writing a book, utilizing that energy so beautifully. So I am so loving this conversation. And Jessica, do any questions come up for you?
Yeah. Do any questions? You know, so I'm not sure if a question has formulated quite yet. I am in awe. I am in awe because I do follow astrology and the planet alignments, and I know that the planetary alignments are auspicious as of late, and in some cases, one of a kind that we haven't seen in thousands of years. And in some cases, we'll never see them again in this lifetime.
Yes.
And they're all happening all at once. And everything that you said, Dr. Larsen, has been this year's journey. And a question for you. Where shall I be on December 14th? I want to be somewhere.
Yes, and it's so beautiful because yes, though you will, being part of Miracle Makers and coaching, you will have a grand place. And for anyone that's watching and part of this, there will be an invitation to be in a beautiful location. And there's the energy that opens for us, those creative energies throughout the rest of 2020 and throughout 2021. It's so beautiful. Miracle Makers are going to Peru in May of 2021 to be able to use the energies and that. So December 14th, of course, there will be a beautiful process. We're doing something beautiful together for that. So it's like you have to be signed up for the newsletter to know and get invited and be part of that. We're not doing the big reveal yet. And at the same time, for each person that's watching this, wherever you are, that's going to be the perfect place because the sun touches all of the earth. The moon, all of those energies are going to reach us no matter where we are. Literally, your body doesn't know the difference between your imagination and what you're experiencing. And so, what you're holding in your vision and it's usually 3 days around an event of the moon or the sun that makes a huge difference. So the 3 days, the vision that you're holding around those 3 days, so 3 days before, the day of, and then 3 days after. For a solar event for the moon, it's especially important the day of and the day before and the day after for the moon. It's really beautiful. You hold in your vision, you hold in your mind's eye this exquisite, beautiful, what you're bringing to the planet from your heart, from your love, from the miraculous frequency that you're always part of. It's such a gift. So that, Jessica, that was such a great question, right? Wherever you are, be the heart of that place that day. Plus, hold your vision so beautifully of what you are holding for yourself, for your family, for humanity. And what's beautiful is when we truly get into any one of our wants, we all want very particular, specific things. There's no competition in what you want with another. Each one of us, and when you live in a miraculous, abundant universe, what a gift it is because you're receiving the higher information in a room where your consciousness is as high as the table of treats being offered, right? As a kid, you can't reach the table, so your parents lift you up and go, hey, what do you want to eat from this table? As a miraculous adult, you can look at the table and you can pick and choose and cater that whatever you're choosing off that table to match your truest desires. We're in that abundant universe. So yay, awesome, awesome question.